I feel like we should have more moon technology or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I think shit is like flying up from the ocean to the sky.
It's like surfing in some oil spillage. Inhaled like a whole bag of goose feathers.
I worry primarily about whether there are nightclubs in heaven.
And then you went on a 6-day cruise?
I went on several 6-day cruises, like sailing those bitches.
Oh, were you were working on those cruises?
I was crew, yeah. I was a deckhand. For a couple weeks I was doing that, and then we packed it up and sailed it to Boston.
With my mom in 2016. That was for, I think, and you were tagging yourself. Yeah, in Big Bear I was tagging myself from like Chile and Alaska and Switzerland, all sorts of weird places. That's fun.
He was fucking with you.
Holy shit.
What, spicy?
Hot.
Yeah, you saw him.
I warned you, man.
I was doubtful. I had a little bit of a bite, and I was like, this isn't hot.
That's what you get for doubting me.
So you work on a cruise ship, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
A very small cruise ship that was powered by sails.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you weren't pushing coal?
No. I was hauling sail.
So, isn't there like some sort of like, I could be wrong, isn't there like some sort of like left and right are like completely mixed, aren't they inverted or whatever? Like when you're lifting up a sail, right?
Do you mean port and starboard?
Sure, port and starboard. So port, which side is port and which side is starboard?
Port would be if you're facing the front of the ship, which would be the bow. Then
The bow?
Yeah, the bow is the front of the ship.
The bow. Okay.
So if you're facing the bow,
I'm getting the chewing sounds on the mic.
ASMR. Leave the chewing sounds on. It's authentic. But yeah, if you're facing the front of the ship, which is the bow, then
ASMR chewing sounds 5 hours.
Ian, can I finish? If your left-hand side would be port, because typically when you come into port, when you come to the dock, that's the side that you dock to. That's the side that connects to the dock. Hence port side. And then starboard would be the right-hand side. That would be your starboard.
Okay.
What's the name? Why is there a reason for?
I have no fucking idea. I would guess because if there's only one dock, and if your left-hand side is connected to the port, hence the port, then the other side is facing the open ocean, and there's nothing else to look at other than the stars. Hence starboard.
So
if I had to hazard a guess, I would guess that that's why it's called starboard.
The trick I was taught on a Star of India school tour was that left and port have the same amount of letters.
Oh, are we on? Are we recording?
Yeah,
we've
we've been recording for a while now.
You guys missed my whole rant, right? About
probably. Start again.
Why, do you not want it to be included? Would you rant?
No, let's not talk about my rant.
Oh, okay.
I know.
My political rant.
We're eating during this, by the way. We're eating right now.
Very delicious, Jack.
So anyway, as we typically do, about 5 minutes into the podcast, let's introduce our guests.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
Great. You want to do the honors?
Please introduce yourselves.
Oh, we introduce yourself?
Yeah.
I think you should.
Maybe
go first.
the person without a face full of molten hot pepper should go first.
I have it.
My name is Joel Arriola.
No, it's not. Be honest, you cock.
I am Adrian. Hello. I am very excited to Ruvalcaba. And I'm very excited to be losing my podcast virginity.
Oh shit! Is this your first podcast? Mm-hmm. I sensed you as a guy who had been on like 75 different podcasts.
No, that's just I'm an improv nerd.
No, I see. I would have sensed that Adrian would have been the type of guy to just leave his phone on record and listen back to himself.
Have you been listening to my?
Maybe I have.
That counts as a podcast. Anyway, you are, sir.
Sorry.
He's got a mouthful of my delicious food.
You got a mouthful of his stuffed pepper. So my name is Joel Arriola. And what did you say?
What did I say?
I'm a resident of California. I own all of California.
Me too.
So
You and Jerry Brown, bud.
Me and Jerry Brown.
Not for long.
So you're gonna see? Is this a political guy?
Jerry Brown's our governor.
See, I don't know that. I don't.
Jerry Brown has more than once been governor of California.
The only thing I really know are two things: Donald Trump is president, and the governor of Donald Trump is president.
Donald, what the fuck?
Really?
And then
Wait a minute! Of a country? What the fuck? Who let that happen?
The casino guy?
But that and the guy who kind of runs Poway has like a Dugsdale.
Kind of runs power.
I assume he runs Poway.
The
He's
mayor?
the guy who makes all the little laws and stuff. I guess I don't know.
So the mayor.
Yeah, the mayor. Sure. That. See, I don't like. My mom tried to get me into political science and all that kind of stuff, and I just was like,
Good Lord, Mama Arriola tried her best.
Yeah, she really did. You know what? She homeschooled. We got 2 doctors in the family, 2 doctors in the family and a nurse, and then we got a struggling comedian who just learned the other week that Guatemala was not a part of Mexico.
You're fucking with me.
It's super not.
You're fucking
super,
with me.
No, I'm
You're
not
Guatemalan.
I know I'm Guatemalan.
There was a volcano eruption there a few months ago.
It was. My brother lives there right now. So,
yeah, your family lives there and is from there, and you didn't know that it's not a part of Mexico.
So, see, I know you guys are giving me shit, but here's the thing. I was gullible when I was younger.
And currently.
And one of my good friends, Harrison, he'll probably hate the fact that I mentioned this, but he told me, because he zoomed in on a map on his phone, and he was like, look, it's a part of Mexico. And I didn't see the borderline. I was like, oh, he must be right. And now I'm trying to learn what the fuck Central America is. Is it just a region?
Wow.
Is it a part? What is it a part of? Because
Oh my
it's not
God.
technically part of North America or South America.
Exactly. It's central.
It's Central America. I know what I mean. But is it just considered a region?
It's part of the continent
That's
of
what I'm
North
wondering.
America, and it's a region within North America. It's like the little strip that connects north and south.
So it's just whatever it wants to
it's-
fucking be.
It's Panama and shit, bro.
It technically, it's like the southern states of Mexico up until the Panama Canal.
Yeah. Up until the south side of the Panama Canal.
Where's the dividing line for Asia? Is it Armenia?
Isn't it like halfway through Russia?
I think there's like 3 different dividing lines.
Because Russia is part Europe and part Asia.
There's so much north to south that I think that there's like 3 different dividing lines from north to south.
like Georgia is Asia. I didn't have any friends in middle school, so I looked at maps. So
I looked at so many
are
maps.
our go-to.
I was a Google Map explorer. I would
And
read
you were
the map on car
and you were a
trips,
fucking
too.
Weather Channel nerd. Where were you on the boat when I was sailing into a fucking storm? You son of a bitch!
What was that storm like?
Was
that the storm that you were just talking about?
yeah, and it was shit, son. There have been a lot worse. There have been #1 Class A superstorms, which have you guys ever heard of Irving Johnson?
Urban Dictionary.
You beautiful son of a bitch. No, Irving Johnson.
Urban Outfitters.
Irvin or Urban?
Irving.
Irving?
IRVING.
So you gotta pronounce the G's, dude. I'm heard
Irving Johnson.
Irving.
Is he the headless horseman?
The first
That's Johnny
day,
Depp.
The first day I was back in San Diego, I showed you the Irving Johnson video. Okay, so for everybody listening to the podcast, including the 3 heathens who I'm sitting with, Irving Johnson
was Jesus Christ.
Was
Is that what I'm hearing?
He
from?
was Sailor Jesus. He was
Martin
Sailor
Luther?
Jesus.
He was Martin Luther.
I won't go that far, but he was Sailor Jesus.
All right.
And so around the 1920s to early 1930s, I don't know the exact date, he excuse me, stuffed peppers.
Gotta get it right.
Right. Gotta get it out of your
You gotta
system.
get the burps on the mic.
You gotta.
Right. It's fresh on the mic.
How do we feel about farts?
Super good.
Great.
Just
so we got
super
fart
good.
jokes.
okay.
We got burping jokes.
Anyway, Irving Johnson was a man who got a job on a sailing ship right at the waning days when sailing ships were still hauling cargo, like right before they got phased out by motor-driven ships, like guys.
Oh, okay.
Hundreds of guys shoveling coal into an engine.
So he was in charge of a cargo ship.
No, he was not in charge. He was just a random, ordinary, fresh-faced deckhand. He had never sailed before in his life. But right when those ships were being phased out as cargo haulers, film cameras were also becoming a thing. So right in the crux of that fucking Venn diagram, Irving Johnson decides to take a film camera and take it with him on his voyage as just a random, ordinary, fresh-faced, baby-faced deckhand onto a cargo hauling ship, a fully rigged ship, just a huge fucking motherfucker that's hauling actual cargo around Cape Horn, which, for the uninitiated, is the most dangerous sail in the world.
Have you ever been to Cape Horn?
God, no. Fuck. I want to live.
All right.
I want to live.
All right. That was, I would assume by you being so stern about how dangerous it is, you would have at least been there.
No. Because I want to live, Joel.
All right. Fine. Continue.
No. But I know the drill. I know that Cape Horn is the most dangerous sail in the world. For those of you who don't know, it's the southernmost point of South America.
Of course.
Sailing around there, it's full of storms and crazy waves and shit. And it's cold as all motherfuck. And if you sail around there, sailors have different tattoos that signify different things. So if you see a guy with a swallow tattooed on his chest, like a swallow bird, that means he's sailed over 5,000 miles. If you see him with 2, that means he's sailed over 10,000 miles. And if you see a guy,
what if you see him with a bunch of babies?
If you see a guy with a bunch of babies, that means
is he counting them by tens? Is that what's happening?
That means he's throwing a bunch of babies overboard, and you should be really afraid of him because he's.
I was thinking baby swallows.
Yeah, that's what I.
Swallows? Oh, baby swallows,
not just physical babies. He's not just throwing little children out.
Just human babies, but yeah, if you see a guy who has a fully rigged ship tattooed on his chest, which will probably be take up the entire circumference of his chest. From navel all the way up to his collarbone.
Does that mean he survived Cape?
That means he's sailed around Cape Horn.
Wow.
And that is a man you should be afraid of.
What if you, sail across Cape Horn and you're like, I don't want any tattoos on my body?
Well, then you're just doing it for the shits and giggles, which makes you more terrifying than any guy who ever gets a tattoo. And I'm more afraid of you now if you can prove that you've been around Cape Horn, tattoos.
I've been across Cape Horn.
No, you fucking haven't.
Juan lives there.
Fucking prove it, you cock. But anyway,
let's go back to Gary Johnson.
So Irving fucking Johnson.
Irving Johnson. Sorry.
Irving Johnson goes around Cape Horn, sailing on the last of the cargo ships that actually hauls cargo around Cape Horn, and it's a massive fucking ship. You can watch this documentary on YouTube, but it's just all of his footage.
How long is it?
It's 30 to 45 minutes.
I don't got the time. I don't have the time.
There's too many shows. Too many movies.
You impatient cock.
Too many podcasts.
I only watch Snapchats and Vines.
It's
but
the only thing that captures my attention.
Point is, he captures all this amazing footage that no one else has ever gotten. To this day, no one has the kind of footage that Irving Johnson got sailing around Cape Horn in a ship of that size.
That's the only reason why he's cool.
That, and because he took that footage, because there was no audio visual at that time, he couldn't record the video and then also the audio. So he took those reels on tour to universities and shit and to sailing communities and shit, and he did lectures about what he had filmed, and he would do the full presentation and everything. And for some reason, I have no idea why, he didn't want it recorded. I guess I guess that was just how he was. But the thing is, his grandkids went to one of those lectures and recorded him speaking.
Oh, it was the lectures.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so now we have the audio of his lectures.
Wow.
And he's just an insane, really eccentric sailor man.
So
who has been there, done that at this point, recounting all of his exploits when he was a fresh-faced baby sailor, when he was just a young lad sailing around fucking Cape Horn, And like he just has all this crazy shit to say. Like he's got like this old grainy footage of like the captain cutting crewman's hair. He's like the captain's hands are insanely huge, filled with calluses and muscles from all the sailing that he's done, and they just eclipse the guy's face as he's cutting this guy's hair, and it's like, look at the size of his hands. He was a super seaman, just like crazy shit like that, and like. All of us working on the ship would just watch Irving, like that documentary, and just quote Irving Johnson incessantly.
Who's got the biggest hands here?
Let's compare.
I think I'm going to have to say Jack, probably. I don't think
see.
this is the best way to compare. I think we should compare one by one.
Yeah, you can't do 4 at once.
So Jack's is hold on.
Oh, Adrian.
Mine's is bigger than Jack's.
All right.
Whose hand is stronger, though?
Joel's is bigger than mine.
I got long fingers, dude. Ian, I'm just going to assume.
All right. Handshake contest, though.
I don't want to.
Nah,
I have
pass.
brittle bones.
You have.
I'm lactose
Adrian?
intolerant, so you know that
I'll
milk ain't going
shake
to be
Ian's
helpful.
hand.
Sorry, I don't shake hands. I'm gluten free.
You afraid of my skills, bruh?
Hey, can I have another pepper, by the way?
Yeah, go for
Can
it.
I have
delicious.
some of that pepper with me?
Oh, my God.
You guys want?
Two of the pepper.
You guys want to split a pepper?
I don't want a whole pepper.
I want a whole pepper.
I don't want a whole pepper.
Joel's gonna go get a pepper. Joel, are you okay? Is everything okay, Joel?
Yeah, I'm fine now.
Is the kitchen okay? That's my main concern.
Do you have all your fingers and toes?
Fine.
That's a pretty crucial thing in this household.
All right. Everybody is okay. My arm hurts only a little. But what I'm getting from this whole something Johnson, whatever the guy's name was.
Irving fucking Johnson.
Urban Johnson.
Urban Johnson.
Urban Dictionary Johnson.
He is pretty much the equivalent to like a Steven Spielberg kind of type, right? Like just kind of going off on a tour, kind of like, except for, well, the thing was, you let it up, and I thought he was going to be like, there's some amazing storm happening in Cape, Horn, and then...
Every fucking storm that happens in Cape Horn is fucking amazing.
No, but you made me think
the ship was underwater half the time.
Yeah, I understand that, but Jack, you made me think that he took
they're, like,
over. Yeah, he
clinging
took
onto the
over. Yeah,
sails,
he was like,
and the boat is
exactly. He was
completely
controlling the
submerged in
sails with his might. Like he just took
Oh, dude.
video
Jack,
of
is there
shit.
meat in this?
Dude.
Huh?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Adrian.
I'm vegetarian.
You can eat around it.
I'm vegetarian.
What about here?
Boo.
There's just the pepper right here.
No, that's fine.
Just
That's
pepper.
fine. It's
It
fine.
hasn't even
It's
touched
fine.
it, it's just
no,
rice.
it's fine.
There's ground beef in there.
It's fine.
Fuck you.
It's a moral choice I made.
We could get you a carrot.
Thank you. Oh, life is just so much easier in Berkeley, where most people are vegetarians.
Oh wait,
I
where
will.
do you go to school?
I have a knife at my disposal.
UC
Where do you go to
Berkeley?
school? UC Berkeley?
Cal.
How long have you
the
been going to
number
UC
one.
Berkeley?
I've been going. This is gonna be my
Every
third-
morning? Did you almost say every morning? Every morning.
Yeah, every morning. I've been going to UC Berkeley every
Oh
morning.
my god.
That I breathe. No, most people are not vegetarians.
No. I want to know more about this UC Berkeley
It's
thing.
fucking Berkeley. I'd be surprised if most people weren't vegetarian.
I thought everybody in Berkeley was Antifa too.
We are all card-carrying members of Antifa.
knew it.
When's the Civil War coming?
Get Charlie Kirk on the horn. We got him.
Can't- Although my George Soros check bounced. So
Oh.
I don't know if I will.
So you got to call it quits?
I don't know. The Koch brothers, I hear, pay pretty well.
Yeah, but they're more center leaning.
That's
What is a center leaning protest? Like, hey, we're fine with pretty much anything.
Occupy Wall Street.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that was just like
There were like anarchist black blocs of that too, though.
Yeah.
It was
And
mostly Democrats.
I feel like that was just 2 degrees too far left. So out came the fire hoses and the pepper spray.
No. I've always thought when I saw him,
What you sound
the,
like?
No. I mean, I've been sprayed with a hose before. What would be so bad with getting sprayed with one of those fire engine hoses?
It's
Joel.
like 100 times worse.
I know. I'm kidding,
Dude, I've had to run fire drills
No.
on the ship, and we had like
Oh wait. Okay. So how does that work?
actual professional grade fire hoses, and they are insane.
Listen,
they
I've eaten
peel off your
pepper
skin?
before. I'm not saying is what's bad with the little pepper spray. In
What's
your
bad
eyes?
with a little pepper spray?
I'm currently eating the exterior of a green bell pepper. So what's so bad about pepper spray, really?
Just put Tapatio in my eyes. Come on. It's not going to
What's
be
so bad about that? Listen, I drink
just
water.
one step up, I say, having no frame of reference.
I drink water. What's so bad about waterboarding? Why don't you waterboard me right
Have
now?
you ever actually done that before, though? You ever had
Waterboarded?
someone? Yeah, have you ever had someone put a towel over your
I
face
almost
before watering?
accidentally waterboarded myself while taking a bath.
What?
With taking a
Story,
bath?
please.
Yeah.
If somebody didn't speak English that well, they would assume waterboarding and wakeboarding to be the same thing.
Oh yeah, I've been.
But they are far
Man,
different.
I don't know what wakeboarding is.
It's where you're dragged on a board, like in a lake.
Do you
or
not?
on
Wait,
ocean,
no. This might
behind
be
a boat.
bit. Do you not know?
No,
what
I don't know
wakeboarding-
what
Oh, okay, never mind.
wakeboarding
Continue.
So,
Sorry, continue. I cut you off.
Wakeboarding is a sport. You're dragged behind a boat on a board.
oh, okay.
And then the wake.
It's like water skiing, but for snowboarders.
And then the wake creates waves behind the boat, and then you just
Okay.
use the board to ride those waves.
No, what I did is I was taking a bath, and I still had the head on,
The shower
the
head.
shower head on.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
I had my head on.
Oh, you were taking a bath and filling the water at the same time.
And yeah, I was like, you know what? I'll turn on the water, just so I can feel it like shower me. I think I was sober.
what a
why not?
waste of water! You just.
Fuck you.
Were
You're
you
in
in
California.
California at the time?
Answer
the fucking question.
So the funny thing about that is that most of the water that's used in California goes through agriculture.
Yeah,
So
and it's
regardless
bullshit.
of how people.
Yeah, like I remember vegans were saying, "Oh, we're gonna stop drinking almond milk because that uses like the most water of any crop in California."
That was a thing I had the other day. I was like, guys,
Almond
listen.
milk?
No, I was like, if you're
But
drinking
I love me
almond
some
milk,
almonds.
if you're drinking almond milk, isn't that more harmful towards the environment than drinking like?
Specifically in California, drinking almond milk.
Yeah, but no, the beef industry's pretty.
A big thing is water bottle companies. They take a lot of our water too.
Fuck
Yeah.
Nestle.
Fuck
Fuck
Nestle.
Nestle.
Well, how's Fiji? How's Fiji water? They're fine.
It's from Fiji, so it's not California.
Yeah,
Is it really from
that's my
Fiji?
boy.
I feel like
I doubt it's from Fiji.
We don't know that. You don't know that.
That's why I didn't say I know for a fact it's not from Fiji. That's why I said I doubt it's from Fiji.
All right, I'm just saying, don't ruin dreams here, Jack.
I covered my fucking bases, Joel.
Wait.
Joel's
But so
stream
first we still need to understand how
how I water.
you
Okay.
accidentally waterboarded.
So I was like, you know what? I'll go down in the water, and then I went down, but then
And then Guillermo del Toro won 2 Oscars.
and then I fucked a fish lady, and then I got an Oscar for that.
Can we still talk? Oh, sorry. Continue though.
Yeah. Anyway, no, it was literally I went underwater in the bath water, and then I just it hit me, and it hit me. No, the shower head water was hitting me as I was underground, and then I was like, oh, I can't breathe. And
It's scary, isn't it?
It took me a minute to get. I was like, is this how I die? Because this is one of the most embarrassing ways.
Is this how I die?
It's up there.
How old were you?
This is recent history.
Recent history. Well,
Like 2 years.
2 years ago?
maybe.
So-
Within the last 2 years, yeah.
What? You were 16, right? 18
I was
now.
14.
14.
I was 14.
31.
Don't tell anyone.
No, but question
You're
is,
sweating.
what? Yeah, I'm
But
always
so am I.
sweating.
It's fucking
I'm
hot.
always sweating. I'm very happy for
it's
the
a
fans.
sweaty abode we live in here.
is. So
There's
you,
nothing you can do about it.
What were you gonna say, Joel?
you seem
The
like the
only
type of person.
AC we have is that, and in my mom's room, and that one is broken. It only works on
fuck.
fan setting.
Yay!
in your mom's room.
You
is
gotta
not a
you
bit.
gotta get airflow going here. Through that door and coming out through that.
We do what we can.
I should take a basic science.
Right, Joel, what were you gonna?
Did you wear a bathing suit in the bath?
No.
Okay, that was my only
I was
question.
taking a shower.
Well, I know, but you were taking a bath as well, right?
Yeah.
Were you taking a bath first, or were you taking a shower?
So I take a bath first, and then I wash it all off.
Well, what? Why don't you just take a shower at that point?
Right.
Because I was tired, and I was like, I would
Oh
like
wait,
a bath.
you made it seem like you're doing this consistently.
No, this was
Oh.
I haven't taken a bath in.
If you're tired, don't draw a bath because that's how you drown.
And that's how you, that's how you fall asleep and you. Don't.
No, it's taking a bath for me is a very rare occasion, especially now. I haven't taken a bath.
So might as well do it when you're ready to fall asleep and drown in the tub.
I think I had just worked out or something, and I was like,
Oh, you had just worked out.
Yeah, I think I just deadlifted 500
dude,
pounds.
no, I was on the way back from the gym because I had fucking bench press like 300 pounds.
Check out these traps and pecs, brah.
Yeah.
Hey, but seriously, no. What did you guys think about it's not a fish called Wanda. That's a different movie. The Guillermo del Toro movie.
Shark Tale.
Shape of Water.
Shut up. Shark Tale is a masterpiece.
The Shape of Water.
Shape of Water. Yes, thank you. What do you think?
I fucking loved it.
You?
I liked it, but I didn't connect with it. I was like, okay, this is cool, but it's not like it's not something I'm like, oh my god.
Sure.
And I thought fucking that fish man was a bit weird.
Dude, I am always
Hellboy, Fish Boy?
I am always
That wasn't Hellboy.
I am always a slut for Guillermo del Toro. Like, just
His movies are good.
Have you guys like seen like his early shit, like Devil's Backbone?
No.
Okay, like he has like a trilogy of movies about the fucking Spanish Civil War. I don't know if the third has been released. Like, I don't know if he's made the third yet, but like Devil's Backbone and Pan's Labyrinth, like
Pan's Labyrinth is dope.
yeah, and like he's even confirmed that like the Devil's Backbone, like at the end, trying to avoid as many spoilers as possible. Like 2 of the kids from the movie.
When was this made?
In like 2000.
I'm not gonna watch it.
You fucking cocks. Anyway, so like at the end, like 2 of the kids from the movie, like 2 of the main characters who are children in this orphanage haunted by ghosts because it's a Guillermo del Toro movie.
Yeah.
They walk off into the horizon and they're like in Spain. This is like his early career, so he's still directing movies that are 100% in Spanish. And like they just walk off into the horizon and like it's 1912. Yeah. And then like Pan's Labyrinth rolls around and like Guillermo del Toro himself confirmed that like
shared universe
in a scene where like the fucked up Spanish fascist Spanish general is walking through the woods and just shooting rebel soldiers who have been defeated, just like killing them. 2 of these guys who are played by the same actors 10 years later are actually those kids who have grown up and joined like
crazy.
The anti-fascist movement.
Antifa?
Yeah,
they're members
the
of Antifa?
anti-fascist movement of like the early 20th century in Spain, and they get shot dead for their beliefs in Pan's Labyrinth.
That's pretty incredible to think that he waited that long to make his second one.
I know, right?
What's his name does that also? There's like a shared universe with all the Harrison Nixon.
Are you saying fucking Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah, and one of those white male directors.
It's probably Quentin Tarantino. Let's be
Zack
right
Snyder.
No,
the other white
not,
man.
not
Snyder.
Zack
He
Snyder.
does shared universe.
Probably Quentin Tarantino.
The other white male guy.
There's a lot of white males.
If I had to guess by Harrison's influences, I would probably say Quentin Tarantino.
But
most likely.
Our friend Chanel also really likes.
Or are you talking about Looper?
Del Toro.
I'm
She's
still
really
not.
into-
She is.
Who doesn't like Del Toro? Del Toro's the shit.
I feel like I should like him and be like, supporting
You have
a Mexican.
No. Oh, you have no reason to like someone based on the on that. Yeah, like a director wise, like film wise, right? There's shitty films out there, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't like his movies, you don't like his movies.
No,
It's okay.
I feel like there should be a sense of support. For
Sure.
him because they're not for me, but
Yeah. I mean, I certainly enjoyed it. I really liked it. I thought it was good.
yeah. You know what I loved recently? We can talk about it later.
Oh yeah,
because
yeah. Dude, talk about it now.
well, they're still yet to go. I basically actually got kicked out of Sorry to Bother You because I was so stunned.
Fuck.
I was stunned.
Man.
I couldn't open. I couldn't.
It was good.
Okay,
Really good.
I gotta interrupt before we get too far into this. The mic should be fairly close to you. If
Like
you need to
this?
adjust it,
Okay.
yeah.
There you
Okay. I tend to go back. So
Ian and I.
go. He's so relaxed.
Yeah. Ian and I went to go see
Yeah.
Sorry to Bother You on like a Monday morning when there was no one else in the
Oh,
theater
so we've all seen it.
for super
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can all talk about it. So fucking spoiler alert! Buckle up, you sons of bitches. The 3 of you who are listening to this after we were recording.
Trigger warning, spoilers.
I actually haven't even tried to like analyze it or put my head around it because I feel like there's
cares?
so many things I missed.
Let's
that
do it now.
I need to watch it 4 more times before I can analyze
I
it.
feel like that's how we're all feeling.
Movie
but,
pass
like,
is already done.
God.
And knowing you,
No,
you're going to take a while.
It can come
to-
back.
till
It can
comes.
come back.
30 days. We got to wait 30 days.
It can come. Is that what they said?
The thing is, like I said this to
Well,
a
they said until they think they can get like.
They didn't send that in the email.
Fully running.
They sent us a very nice email where they're like,
They
guys.
were apologizing. You know, Moviepass. I'm sorry to tangent on to Moviepass. Moviepass is a great idea. I believe.
I hope
Moviepass.
it comes
Is this
back.
the AMC thing where you can see?
No.
like,
No, it's
unlimited
AMC.
movies?
Fuck you. That's
Yeah,
not.
AMC just stole that pretty much. I mean, they didn't patent the idea.
It sounded like a great idea for how cheap an iJack are, but it didn't seem like it would last.
I was
thought it would
hoping.
fall
No,
through.
but it's all
'Cause
right.
People like us would take advantage of it.
I took
Yeah.
I got a year pass, so I'm pretty much
You
waiting.
got a year?
Well, I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up and I got a year.
Ah.
I got the monthly one.
It's all right.
You bitch.
But anyway, you can only see
See, it's
one
people
movie
like
once.
you that's failing. If you got the year pass, they would make enough money to be able to fucking support themselves.
don't-
But you taking being
That was
selfish
not
and
their
paying
business
monthly,
plan.
so you can cancel
Their
at any
business
time.
plan was not that. Anyway,
They
back
did not count on movie nerds.
Sorry
at
to
all.
bother you though. I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10.
What?
I think it was just a little too long. I think it was really good, but I think it was just
Dude,
a little
it
too
was
long.
it was like a tight 90 minutes
Yeah,
and some
that
change.
was like
Not really.
that
I think-
that
I think-
might have
moved
been
along
like 2
quick.
hours.
It was.
right?
It wasn't. It wasn't.
How long
90.
is? Sorry,
It was
I can
like
look
an
it
hour
up.
and like 50 or something like that. Almost
Sorry
2
to
hours.
bother you with the length of our movie.
Nice. No, I was pretty good. I really liked it a lot. I dug it. I dug everything about it. I just think that some of it was just. I felt like sometimes it just dragged a little bit. That was it. That was my only problem. Is that it felt sometimes it dragged. That was it.
I kind of
any-
like
any-
the slow, awkward moments in
Yeah.
it.
And
Yeah.
like the thing is, sometimes you encounter.
It's an hour and 51 minutes.
All right, so
See?
yeah, an hour, 90 minutes.
That's
and some change.
nothing compared to
It's
it.
not
Went
too
by
bad.
really fast
Yeah.
for me.
And the thing is, like, sometimes you encounter a movie that you really, really like, but you feel like it was a little too long. Like I did with Blade Runner 2049. It was a long ass movie, but
not gonna watch it.
I couldn't pick a specific thing that I would cut. So even though my main complaint was that it was too long, I couldn't pick one thing that I would get one specific thing that I would get rid of. So in that sense, I just have to kind of concede the.
But would you consider that movie to be a 10 out of 10 for you?
Sorry to bother you, or
No,
Blade Runner?
With knowing that it's just a little too long.
I would consider it a 9 out of 10.
But
Okay.
also,
I
like,
fucking
I'm in
love
the
that
same
movie.
place as Jack, but I know where they could have cut it. It's like the setup shots of like the ships flying. Like they could have made those shorter.
I don't know, man. When you're high, those setup shots are fucking spectacular.
I haven't seen. I
Blade- you
don't
haven't
like.
seen the-
Blade.
did you
I
watch
don't
the
like.
original Blade?
I don't like. Did I see what?
Did you watch the original Blade Runner?
Yeah, I had to for one of my phone class.
Oh, you had to? Oh, what is
Yeah.
this? What did,
Adrian goes to film classes.
I used to be a film major. I actually, so right after I finished Sorry to Bother You, I started crying and I turned to my girlfriend and I'm like, I should have stayed a film major. And then I was crying not because of the story itself, but because I was like, just the fact that you can take all these comments and
Oh, yeah.
themes that
There's
you
so
want to
much
make,
freedom
these
that you have
political
nowadays, too.
themes that are so relevant, and because they've been relevant, I feel, for like the past 30 years, because
They've been
late
relevant.
sta-
They've been relevant forever.
We've been
Since
in
probably the day people were born.
we've been in late stage capitalism
Since
for like 30 years
capitalism.
now.
Yeah. Since the fucking Haymarket riots.
Yeah.
These themes have been relevant.
But yeah, that's why I cried. I was like on the whole walk to my house. I was like, it's just so beautiful. And then I started crying again. And then I called my friend Alana and I was like, I'm gonna write a book on this, and I need to watch this
How many times
4
have you
more
seen it?
times. One. But then I came to LA because then I
Passion is real.
Can't wait
The
for the
passion
book.
is
no,
real.
because then I had to come to LA and then San Diego.
Right.
And my days have been packed, so I haven't had the chance to go see.
Okay.
I will. It's gonna
No, I
be
believe it.
running
It
in
is-
theaters for like
it is a
while.
fucking spectacular movie.
Very good
And
movie.
like,
Yeah.
I remember I was chatting with a friend of mine, CJ, who we've had on the podcast before, and I believe he still is the record holder for the longest episode of this podcast.
We're not gonna try to
Continue.
Go
We'll continue to do
It's
that.
it's a point of pride for him. Please don't try to take this.
Not at all.
How long was that podcast?
It was 2 hours and 45 minutes. I think.
48. Yeah.
Jesus.
Right, 2 hours and 48 minutes. So yeah, let's not try for that. And that was after editing, so let's not try that benchmark.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Let's just let CJ have this one. I'm glad that he had it.
Okay.
But yeah, we were talking to each other after I had just seen Sorry to Bother You, and the exchange that we had basically boiled down to like, this feels like a movie of the moment. Like, this is where we're at as a country right now, like culturally, politically, socially, all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, this feels like a movie of the moment, and yet I feel like I can show this movie to my kids in like 20 years.
Yeah, that's what good films
we're still around.
That's what good films do.
Yeah,
If we're still around.
Yeah, it's a movie that is like essential to where we are at the moment, and yet it is still going to age well.
Yeah.
In the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Especially with where we're headed right now, because like our kids are probably going to be dealing with the same bullshit that we are right now. If shit heads in the same direction it's heading right now. So sorry to bother you. It's probably going to strike a chord with them.
So I'm hoping we can wake up as a country. I'm actually working for. I'm interning for an app, the startup that it's called Outvote. The website is outvote.io.
Cool.
Our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook and Medium.
Don't scoff. This
anyway,
entire
Guys,
podcast
he gets 25 cents. He gets 25 cents every single time.
Anyway,
this entire podcast is here for people to plug themselves, so please plug away.
Anyway, but you download it and then it lets you digitally volunteer for Democratic campaigns with the text of only. With the text, with just one-touch scripts, you text your friends, and people who use the app are 2 times as likely to vote.
Does it do protests too? Because
no, you got to go to those.
I always find out about protests like the day that they're happening. I'm like, oh fuck!
I marched every day for a week the day Trump got elected.
In Berkeley?
Yeah. Oh, there were that many.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I think Ian and I marched like back and forth for like several days.
It's a good workout.
After the
After Ferguson?
after the
There's so many things. You could list anything.
after the Darren Wilson verdict was handed down, like that they were not going to convict him. Like we both like made signs. I think I still have my sign laying around somewhere, and we just marched back and forth for several days.
Nice.
Like we shut down like we were in the groups that like shut down the I-5 North and shit like that.
Cool. Did you guys go protesting for that ICE center in like National City? Was it National City?
I think I was actually like at work that day. Like I was working,
Yeah,
but like the signs that I saw. Like, you know, because I was working for Goodwill in a truck, and we drove all around San Diego County, and we saw like crazy amounts of signs for that. And after the school shooting where the high schoolers took point, like when they led their own protest, like the signs for those 2 events were fucking crazy.
There was one in June. I think you were gone.
Yeah, right. I was gone for June.
There was 2 marches for like families separated by ICE.
Yeah.
There was the families belong together, and then there were people who went to the ICE detention center, and I think Otay.
Right. Yeah, I think like the news story of like kids being separated from their families and being put in separate camps. Let's just call them what they are. They were put in fucking camps. Was after I had left, and I was in the Bahamas for a couple weeks, and then I was sailing north for a couple weeks, so I didn't have any cell signal or Wi-Fi for over a month.
How did that feel?
It felt fucking great.
Yeah.
But the thing is, once I got back,
It felt fucking awful.
I found out about all this shit that had been happening since I was gone, and it felt terrible. Holy shit, we're putting kids in camps. What the fuck?
That's gonna go down in history as like
goddamn right it is, as it should.
We're definitely in a period, man.
Permanent fucking shame mark on this country.
I didn't know
as very well it should be.
I didn't know what was going on from June 14 to July. I think it was 12th. All I consumed. I went to bed at 10, woke up at 6 to watch the World Cup. Only read World Cup articles.
That's reasonable.
So I was fairly out of.
Yeah.
I knew 3 things. I knew we had children cages.
Not a good start.
Children in cages, not children cages.
That's what I said. Children.
It's a baby cage.
And I forgot there were like 2 other big things that I like knew. But all I consumed was World Cup, so...
Which, I mean, like, everybody deserves to have a break, because it's just so fucking much.
Yeah, I think it's...
But when you get caught up, it's fucking exhausting.
I don't usually go on social media that much. I actually recently deleted my Facebook.
Really?
I deactivated my Facebook for a lot of June.
I still have my Facebook. I just have deleted my Facebook app on my phone.
Oh, and I did that a while ago.
Yeah, because I've seen you on Facebook.
Yeah.
I just now all I do is if I have an improv show, I just go on Facebook and then I post about the improv shows and all the other people, and then they can come to see it.
I deleted the app a while ago.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's nice. It's so much. I'm so much
and
happier.
it takes up a lot of space. Also,
it really does.
So,
yeah,
like,
There's a Facebook Lite too.
Really? And not.
I don't want to give Zuckerberg the satisfaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's better to be off when you can.
Which apparently they found that there was an ongoing campaign by bots. I think they were Russian bots.
Yeah, they were just.
What a shock! There's an ongoing campaign by bots on Facebook.
With two things.
They had not
Fuck!
confirmed if it was
Yeah,
Russian or not.
well, yeah, but there's it's Unite the Right and Abolish ICE that are
bots.
Yeah, which I'm like, okay, but like still, let's abolish ICE.
I
think, well, that's
like
it's so hard with anything on the internet.
Yeah,
like,
there was like a fake Black Lives Matter page on Facebook that was pretty big to like stir up rage amongst the right in the US.
Yeah.
Bots like that are definitely organized by the alt-right to co-opt, political movements of the left just to make them look bad.
They're
and
pretty easy to
just
find
to discredit.
also.
It's super obvious. And like so Unite the Right is clearly organized by the alt-right for the alt-right. So who gives a shit if it's a bot or not? But when they use like a left-leaning tag like Abolish ICE, that is a legitimate claim that they then turn into something that
Broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, they'll use it as a bot to turn it into a hashtag and then like tie a bunch of crazy, insane kill government leaders tweets to it.
I gotta know why Joel
cannot move past the fact that he just said a broken clock is twice.
is right twice a day.
That's
I know,
a common saying.
No, I know it's a common saying. It just came out of nowhere when he's you're having this passionate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That the alt right is.
Yeah, the thing is like the thing is like the core of that saying, a broken clock is right twice a day, is essentially true.
No, that's right.
But the thing is, but the thing is, oh wow, throwing down the gauntlet. But the thing is, like in this specific context of the alt-right co-opting like left-leaning terms, left-leaning hashtags, just to discredit them, it is just trying to. I like 75% have my train of thought here. I'm pretty drunk.
Okay.
But wine.
But I had wine and rum. I'm fucking hammered right now. But yeah, like the point is,
they want the shock.
Yeah, the point is that like they aren't being right. They are. No, they're being alt-right. But the thing is, like they aren't. Yeah. Ta-da-da. They aren't going with these political slogans because they believe that they're correct. They're using them to fucking play Facebook and Tumblr and other social media algorithms because they know that they'll get a rise out of the other side to then discredit them.
They do that.
They aren't being the broken clock that's right twice a day. They're just using the terminology of the other side to discredit them. So like it is the similar philosophy, but they're abusing that philosophy.
And yeah, that's why they go to universities and all that. Like this happens at Berkeley. They go just for the shock and to record, because they like fly in, like all of them fly in.
Yeah,
so
like when Ben Shapiro or Milo will speak there.
So it looks like there's a lot of them,
Kirk.
but no, they all coordinated and flew in. To make it look.
Yeah. So they can fly under the banner of a broken clock is right twice a day while still, making an effort to discredit the.
I see a lot of them.
What is essentially like let's be real here. Like let's not dance around the right side of history.
Yes.
I think at present left leaning philosophy is on the right side of history.
And now
in terms of basic fucking human rights.
And now we've got a religious task force. Which is another.
What the fuck did I miss while I was gone?
Oh, Jeff Sessions started a religious task force to make sure that religion is.
Please elaborate. Anybody who knows anything, please elaborate, because
Adrian knows more than you, Jack.
I've been gone for a while. I've been on a boat. Please elaborate, everyone.
It's the Nazis had it too. Surprise.
Shocker.
It's true.
Another similarity between Trumpism and Nazism.
To quote Jeff Sessions, or not quote, to paraphrase, it's so that people. Make sure that that religion is being respected.
Red flag. Red flag. Did it say anything about Islam or Judaism or anything. Just
well, by religion we all know what they
by
mean.
religion we all know that we mean Christianity, and by Christianity
Despite separation of
by,
church and state.
by Christianity we all know that we mean like Catholicism, Lutheranism, and Presbyterianism, and that's it. And like just those.
Yeah.
Just those, never anything else.
I'm on Twitter a lot because I run the Outvote Twitter account, and so I see like what's trending, and I see a lot of the bots. We get replies. We got a DM on Facebook from this white guy in a cowboy hat who was like, "You're gonna fail."
No.
God damn, that's a bot right there.
That's a bot.
That's a bot if I've ever seen one.
My lordy, that's a bot right there. Wrangle that sumbitch.
Anybody that still wears a cowboy hat.
I follow Border Angels, and I've donated music sales to them too. And they get some right-wing nuts like trolling them all the time because of what they're doing.
Insane. I want to reply to them, but I'm like, I'm not trying to get fired.
Dude, no.
People are crazy.
People be cray.
People be cray all day long.
People be cray.
I can't sing like that. Sorry, go
what?
ahead. I can't sing at all.
Cray?
Cray.
You can't say cray?
No, please. I can't believe I did that. Can you edit that out?
Find your range.
Edit that
no,
out?
we will not. There's too much conversation going on around it. There's no editing that out.
I won't edit out. I'll put auto-tune and a rap beat behind it.
Okay. At least I want this to be on the record that I wanted that edited out.
You got to find your range, broseph.
I took choir in middle school. I tried starting a petition.
Totally tell that
Jack and I had to take choir up until 5th grade because we went to a Christian school.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then I just enjoyed musical theater. Like, I didn't participate. I didn't participate, but I enjoyed it.
Worst thing that's ever happened in a choir for you guys.
I tried starting a petition to get rid of choir, and no one would sign it.
That's pretty bad.
That's political action, though. Kudos.
I couldn't sing a beat, and I was brought up in front of the class, and I had to sing it for 20 minutes straight.
What? 20 minutes?
I had that. I had that happen in math class, and I still cannot do math.
You had
problems.
to sing in math class?
No, I was brought up in front of the class because I couldn't do math problems.
Oh, gotcha.
I've gotten better at singing recently, but I was so bad and out of tune as a kid. So like. At a certain point, I started lip syncing to like trick the teacher so she wouldn't hear me.
I would do that also.
I think we all have. I think everyone's seen Watermelon.
Watermelon.
Our God is an awesome God.
Do we mention we went to a Christian school, by the way?
Yeah, I do. I grew up in church.
I was raised Catholic.
All right, common ground.
I've never been trick-or-treating before.
What?
Yeah,
dude, we gotta take you.
We had harvest festivals at our church, and that's all I do.
We gotta disguise you and take you as an extremely tall child.
I remember when we would spend our weekends in TJ, and I went to a Catholic school there.
In
on
TJ?
Saturdays, yes. And I remember once during Mass, they were like, if we catch you guys trick-or-treating, I forget what the threat was, but they were threatening us.
It was not as good as candy.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going trick-or-treating.
With the Scholastic Book Fair at our school, there was like a big argument amongst the parents of whether they should carry Harry Potter or not. My mom was campaigning for carrying Harry Potter.
That's really funny.
Because we all read it.
Dude,
I've never read it.
Our mom like was the one who fucking threw the gauntlet down at every fucking like parents meeting.
Hold on, Joel.
What?
I've never read Harry Potter. And Joel just said it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. You're fine, dude.
Everyone
you can live without
everyone I've ever talked to
it's
about
not
that.
worth it as an adult. As a kid, it's a marvelous book
well, even
series.
as a kid.
Holy shit.
At 12 years old, I tried to read the first one. So Sorcerer's
Stone.
I was taking dude.
The Lightning Thief.
I got
so bored. I barely finished the first chapter.
I got into a much less popular young adult series as a kid.
Percy Jackson.
No.
Oh, I was
Rick Riordan is the shit.
I was a Percy Jackson.
Rick Riordan is still the shit.
R.L. Stein's.
They're still going. He's still making those books. That's
and
a cash
Rick
cow.
Riordan is like laying his foot down on social media about like trans rights and stuff like that, and trans representation in his books.
Is there trans people in his books?
I haven't read any of his books.
I
just totally support him.
I just know
I'm a big Rick supporter. Never.
I just know that he's laying his foot down. Like people are giving him shit about like representing gay and trans people in his books.
When I read,
I have no idea. Apparently it's recent, but he just like laid his foot down and said like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna put everybody in my books.
Right now, there's
And fuck you if you think that that's a problem.
So I am.
Yeah.
So there's the first series.
Yeah.
And then I read the second series, not the last book. And I know there's, I think, another series going on after that, all in the Percy Jackson universe.
All right. Yeah, but the thing is, like, less popular than Percy Jackson. Like,
Artemis Fowl?
No. I don't even want to name it because it's
what
pretty
is it? What is it?
I do not want to name it.
You gotta tell us.
But the thing is, like, fuck, I forget where I was even going with this.
The book you read as a kid?
Yeah, but like,
I'm not gonna talk until you tell us what books.
No one say anything.
I just don't even remember what the point I was having was. Like, we were going on like a full tangent about Harry Potter, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna bring this up, and I've completely lost the train of thought.
What was the books? Maybe if you announce the books out loud, we'll know.
Yeah. I assure you, it would not help.
Why?
Hey, we got Google at our disposal.
No, I'm trying to remember what the.
Okay, I just want to know
what the train of thought was.
Damn books are.
Like, you can't
leave
us hanging. Like
all right, fuck. It was. Do you guys remember Maximum Ride?
No.
By fucking adult author James Patterson.
No. Oh, I know James Patterson.
Wait,
hell yeah, I know
from?
James
He rings
Patterson.
a bell.
He wrote a bunch of fucking murder mystery novels. He recently wrote a murder mystery novel with Bill Clinton.
Oh, that's where I know it from. Okay,
yeah.
And he went on all those interviews. And
And so it's that guy who has written a bunch of adult mystery novels. And he wrote
Household
one really good, to my knowledge,
children's book.
One really good adult, like young adult fiction, like, you know, that kind of shit. And then like 2 sequels that were okay, and then one that was like a third as long as the rest of the books that I couldn't even get through as a fan of the series as a kid. I just could not get through it. And now I remember what we were talking about. I was like, okay, yeah, I love these books as a kid, but reading through them in the like as an adult, I was just like, wow, these are garbage.
I feel like
now I remember what we were talking about. It was that.
I feel like the formula to write like a young adult's book is like pretty easy.
Yeah, it is.
You got a misfit kid.
I've got like 3 different projects like that in the fire right now.
Young adult novels.
Yeah, because they're super easy.
Is there a game that they play at the camp they're at?
No.
It all started with Truth or Dare.
It all started with Truth or Dare. No, it all.
Tommy dared me to kiss him.
It all started like just taking it from like a camp counselor game. It's like it all started with Agazimba.
I've never been to camp.
I've
you worked at a
so
camp.
Many
you
camps,
both worked at camp.
I've been a camp counselor.
I've been a camp counselor as well.
Yeah,
but yours was probably a lot more. Well, yeah, probably a lot more intense than mine.
Yeah.
Well, I have a pretty
work
bad.
with kids.
I have a pretty bad. Oh yeah. So I work with kids, and every day it's terrible. Kids are cool,
monsters.
but kids are. Oh my god, they're so hard.
We're gonna
to
send
work
your job a copy of this.
Oh yeah, you are. That's fine. No, but oh my god, no. But the worst prank that's ever happened at our at a camp is actually one of all my high school, and I was sleeping, and my high school boys were all coming up with this prank to do to the high school girls. And I was like, all right, cool.
My kids never had the initiative to pull anything off ever. No sketches, no pranks. They just had no initiative. They were chaos.
This is the grossest thing I have ever heard of.
Lay it on me, bros.
So, three of my high school friends, 3 of the boys, they all shit. Oh, hey.
I just got a message from someone asking me, what's a bit?
What's a bit?
Keep going, Joel.
They're listening. Sorry, I have ADD. All right, so they all shit in a Pringles can, right?
What
3 boys shit and piss in a Pringles can.
Holy shit!
That gets weird.
How old were they?
They let 16.
There's no right age.
And then
there's no right age.
They let it melt in the sun, right? They got it nice, hot, and toasty.
Joel,
so to kind of like liquidate, obviously. Then they're like, oh, because the girls the previous year had put a dead crow in our cabin.
The fuck?
That's not as bad as shitting in a Pringles
a
can.
Dead animal in someone's cabin.
Yeah, but crows are noble creatures, Joel.
And then putting. Crows
are really smart.
They are.
They dip the tampons in like red dye and then put them on our pillows.
Wait a minute, you didn't say tampons were part of the equation.
Yeah, and then they stuck pants all over.
These both are equally as bad.
They're both equally as bad.
Although
right?
I feel like the shit's gonna smell worse, especially if it's
wait.
melted.
Oh, yeah, dude,
you guys don't even know.
You can't get E. coli. Well, I mean, you could probably get E. coli from from a crow. Who knows?
I cannot express to you. You guys don't even know how bad it's
Keep
going.
Ian's eating right now. but-
They let it sit in there for like 3 days at least. And
the crow or the poop?
the poop. This is the poop. The poop
Crow.
in the Pringles can, and they let it sit and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Jank 'em.
And the night of, they were trying to think of like what to do and all this kind of stuff. And so what they decided to do was they got everybody, not mine, but everyone else's pubes, and they cut like into like a plastic bag, right?
Camp counselor pubes?
No, I was asleep. I decided to sleep, and I said, whatever happens past my knowledge, I can't be blamed for it if I don't know what's happening. So I just went to bed. And so apparently they had put this is actually it worked out perfectly, but they were going for a target for another youth leader of mine, and she usually wakes up the earliest, and she usually goes out the first, right?
Did they like hate her?
No, it was like
just
somebody
wrong place, wrong time.
You know how you guys pick on me a lot sometimes, right?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. So that's kind of how
I
she
never
was.
pick on you.
Shut up,
Dude. You haven't been here. You don't get to say.
And so what they did is
12-year-old.
it was a very smart plan. I'm not gonna lie, it was very ingenious. So what they did is they put gel on the door, right? Hair gel.
Oh, boy.
They sprinkled their pubes over it, and then they put
On her door?
on the high school girls' cabin's
Okay.
door, and then they
Jesus.
poured shit and piss all over this.
What the fuck?
Because here's exactly what's supposed to happen. The person was supposed to open up the door, look outside, see, and go, and then reach back and grab the handle, right? But
That's
my
disgusting.
youth pastor's wife is the first one to go outside.
My youth pastor's wife. Title of my new band.
Yeah, it's my youth pastor's wife. So she comes out, she opens the door, does this terrible shriek, and then reaches back and grabs perfectly onto the handle. It's covered in pubes. It was disgusting, right? And she comes back, and I'm there packing, helping all the other kids pack, and I just see her outside holding a bag that she scraped all the poop and pee into.
Oh God!
And was just
It's a full bag.
so damn upset. I've never seen
Yeah.
it was so funny.
Jesus.
And I've never seen people rat each other out more than that happened. So
He did it. No, he did it. It was his idea. It was
the
his
youth
idea.
pastor came in and was like, all right,
But
who
it
did
was
this?
his
And
shit.
everyone went, he did. Everyone just kept pointing at each other, and I was like, hey, look.
Mexican standoff.
Wow.
I know. It was pretty
Two
gross.
Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
Pretty much. Essentially
That
the same thing.
was one of the most disgusting stories I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
mean,
gross.
like I have some disgusting sailor stories, but nothing quite copies that.
No.
I did see our bosun stretch his nutsack up above his belly button once.
That seems impossible. That doesn't seem like. How old was this man?
He's about the same age as I am. I believe 1 year old, 1 year younger. He is going to the Maritime Academy at a state that I will not disclose for
How
his
old are you?
well-being. I'm 23.
Oh.
Relatively newly 23.
Right, you're a grade above me.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's right. And so
he's done more
he is
interesting
about
shit than
he's
you.
about 22 to 23, and his name is Mac. I will not give his full.
Just stop. You can stop now. You do not have to give us more
You didn't
details
have
about
to give
him.
us his name.
I will not give it. I will not give
Do
you.
you
his,
want me to bleep out the Mac?
No. I will not give you his full name. I'm pretty sure he's proud of this, but
That his scrotum can reach all the way.
he was a wonderfully, intensely strange man.
How far past?
You're not saying it, but Joel is
Up
trying
and
it right
above.
now.
So anyway, anybody, gender regardless, anybody who possesses a nutsack, please, on a warm summer day, on a warm, humid day, please reach into your pants. And he had his pants on, by the way. This was on the dock.
Oh,
and,
so
yeah,
Mac.
yeah.
By the way,
and
Mac.
we docked.
Mac?
Like Big
M-A-C-K?
We rented a dock alongside the New England Aquarium, so there were families walking by, like 10 feet above us, and he was on the dock. I was on the ship just watching this at like 2:30 in the afternoon while we were stood down between day sails. And he was like, "Yeah, I can stretch my nutsack. You guys want to see?" And then everybody, naturally being sailors, were just like, "Fuck yeah, let's see it." He reaches into his shorts, into his board shorts that are covered in paint and grease and coal tar, and just pulls up his nutsack well above his belly button, and just like sticking his tongue out a little bit, just like, yeah, check that out. Just like
That is a world record right there.
very casually, just up above his belly button.
That guy's face could be in a book.
As well it should be.
Am I playing with your foot?
Mac is a wonderful, strange
I thought I was
man.
rubbing my head.
Joel was rubbing his foot up against my foot.
He is a wonderful, strange sailor, and I love that man. And I hope to see him again soon.
Joel is sorry. I'm in my perspective. I'm hearing this story about a guy pulling his nuts, and then Joel starts stroking my
because
foot.
Joel knows when to play the game and when not to, and that is a win.
I know when
right
to
there.
strike.
He knows when to strike, and that is a win right
Was
there.
he homeschooled?
I don't believe so. No.
Because that would make a whole lot of sense. Man. I'm telling you.
Joel, can you stretch your nutsack above your belly button?
No, I've never tried.
By the way, I don't think we've covered this at this point in the podcast. Joel is homeschooled.
I was very much homeschooled. I'm not currently homeschooled, but I was homeschooled.
Very homeschooled. Well,
Yes. What?
Did they cover pulling your nutsack above your belly button?
No, they did not. But they.
All right then. Why do you ask?
But we did cover. We did cover how to take a beating just in case, protect the ribs.
Jesus.
Joel got bullied.
Protect the ribs.
I got bullied all the
kidneys.
time from inside my family and outside my family.
Yeah. Protect the ribs.
Beating meetings.
Yeah. Protect
beating meetings, Jack.
Yeah. Protect the ribs. Protect the kidneys. Lean into the punch and just
you're good.
Take the power out of
exactly.
it.
Take the power out of it.
No.
And if at any point,
This.
see my thing has always
fists
been
up around your eyes, Adrian. There you go.
Oh no, I was saying how to take it.
how to take it, yeah.
Like
No,
Well,
you
tuck the back of the head.
you absorb your shit.
Yeah, you absorb it.
You absorb it. You lean into it and take the
My
momentum out
thing
of it.
always was if someone got mad at me because I feel like I genuinely have a nice face. No one usually looks at me and goes,
Yeah, you have a very enjoyable boy face.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like if anyone actually wanted to beat the shit out of me, and
They'd have to have a goddamn good reason.
They would feel bad afterwards because I wouldn't shrug. I wouldn't fight because that way I look like the champion no matter what.
Yeah.
Everyone around's like, "Oh my god, are you okay? Are you okay?"
Yeah,
I'm
like
"Yeah."
Rocky got the shit beat out of him.
And
in the first
everyone
movie.
loved Rocky.
And
I
everybody
love
loved him
Rocky.
so much they gave him so
I grew
many
up on
sequels
those
he didn't
movies.
deserve.
I will say this though, movie franchise.
Did you see Creed?
Creed.
I cried at
Okay,
Creed.
Creed was fucking amazing.
Creed was good.
Can we talk about Creed 2?
Wait,
haven't
is
seen
that
Creed
out
2.
now?
No, it's not out
Oh,
yet.
okay.
It's not out yet. But have you seen the fucking trailer?
No.
Oh my god, it is like keeping in line with like the first Creed, where it's like, all right, we're revisiting the Rocky universe, but like now it's like grounded and it's like it's this character.
There's
And
no
it's- and
robot
it's-
butler.
And
Just
it's yeah, exactly. And it's this relationship with Tessa Thompson's character, and like it's real, and it's like the two of them,
This is the second one.
and it's his relationship with his father, and it's like all psychological and shit. It's like, I gotta do this, and like his mother's like, don't pretend that this is about your father, and then like Rocky's just like, you do this.
He's still in it.
Yeah, and like
Of course
yeah,
he is.
So of course Sylvester Stallone's still in it. It's just like, you do this, blah, blah, blah. And he's like generic warning and shit. And then like it's a bunch of B-roll under like intense.
And this is a trailer.
Intense building hip hop as you expect from a trailer.
Yeah.
Of like Creed just like going through all this psychological shit, and like his forehead is up against a punching bag, and he's like screaming, but like you can't hear it because you can just hear the hip hop building and building. And then it's like everything gets quiet all of a sudden. And then it's just like the crowd chanting, and it's him
Creed?
in the ring, and then this guy,
Is he fighting Rocky?
this guy comes running up, and like the pyrotechnics, and he's in a red and gold fucking robe, and then he comes up to the ropes, and he turns his back, and it says fucking Drago.
Oh,
Drago on the back of his robes.
wow.
They're fucking going there, where the fucking Rocky franchise jumped the shark, and they're gonna go back to that with fucking Creed.
I feel like they can do.
And,
I feel like the writer could.
Yeah,
Isn't-
exactly.
yeah, it's about
if
Creed.
If it's fucking
That makes sense.
Yeah, if it's fucking Ryan Coogler, like the original Drago, like Rocky IV was an insane. Like
I'm gonna watch this trailer.
Was
after.
it-
I need to
was
watch
it-
all of these movies.
Oh.
I've seen the first
Rocky
one.
IV.
Trailer
Rocky
afterwards.
IV. Have
Is
you
that
guys,
the one with
Yeah.
his son or whatever?
No. That was Rocky V.
No, Rocky
Rocky,
IV.
Rocky
I used to
IV.
put you. I used to hold you in this palm of my hand.
That's how hard you can get it. Keep moving
No, Rocky
That's how
IV
it
is
is.
where
But
Creed dies.
Rocky IV is where Ivan Drago, the guy who is just a fucking Russian dragon.
Oh yeah.
His name is literally Dragon.
Oh, so the bring
Kills Apollo Creed.
Drago.
And so like
Oh, it's the son of
yeah,
Drago.
it's the son of Drago.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the
Does
point.
he kill the son?
I hope so, but like, yeah, it's just like that movie was where
That
like
guy.
the Rocky franchise officially, like even after
this
Mr.
is
T
Drago.
reached the point of no return.
Gotcha.
And so like to go back to that after just earning back the Rocky franchise's like legitimacy and credibility is like a bold fucking move. And if it's still Ryan Coogler, then I'm 100% on board. But like, holy shit.
Why would it still be him? Why? He would be so old.
No,
Ryan Coogler, the guy who wrote and directed
my bad.
And
There's a lot of things that are lost over my mind.
Just made more money than God writing and directing Black Panther.
I still haven't seen Black Panther.
I wrote the most Berkeley critique of Black Panther.
Oh Lord!
I said that.
Was it written while you were high?
No.
Then it's not the most Berkeley.
I critiqued it because I said that even in a fantasy world where superheroes are possible, it's so Killmonger is the radical in a neoliberal world,
right?
Where literally the CIA works with this African government to take down this black liberation leader,
right?
And so literally in this world, not the CIA who overthrows countless of African governments,
right? And I think that was even like addressed in the movie
with a joke.
Yeah.
They in this universe, the true movements of black liberation are not capable of coexisting, but what is capable of coexisting is the CIA with this government. And then there's that scene at the end where he shoots down that African plane that was about to free these.
Thank you.
Oh my God!
Great.
So
I just
sorry.
said it. I missed it. And no one acknowledged the fact that I have not seen Black Panther. I went, I haven't seen Black Panther.
Sorry. Everyone, you know a plane gets shot at the end.
Okay, that's fine. I really don't.
It was probably in the trailers.
I really don't care.
A plane gets shot.
That footage is in the trailers.
A plane gets shot.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah.
Who's on the plane?
People.
Snakes on a plane.
No, you can actually continue. I really don't.
I
stopped caring about spoilers when I worked in a movie theater. I saw the end of most movies before the rest of the movie.
Oh.
So that makes sense. You know what? And especially with like movies that
completely
with superheroes, like superhero movies. I'm not usually that.
I completely forgot. Yeah,
it's fine. Just go continue.
Where was I? We cheer as the CIA agent shoots down this plane full of weapons and to liberate the people that are currently oppressed by practices by the CIA and all that. Anyway, it's better in my paper. Better.
Yeah, I get the direction you're going in. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you semi-skimmed it, I guess. Yeah, that was pretty good. What'd you get in the paper?
An A. She was like impressed by it.
An A, really?
Yeah.
Because by that explanation you go to again, I probably would have been like a C+.
Yeah, well, it was better. It was better in the paper. Like I said.
Sorry,
I'm just kidding.
A 12-second synopsis.
I will let you know though. Adrian is a fantastic writer. He's a phenomenal writer.
Oh, he's just saying that.
Just terrible at explaining what he wants to do.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
He has always been so like when he met Lorne Michaels.
Oh my God! Don't bring that up again.
The only reason
he will tell this story on the podcast, and we will never get over it.
I think most people know how to tell the story word for
Max
word.
Can.
Most people
definitely.
Most people in the country, if not the world, can tell this story.
I actually don't tell it that often anymore.
I'm so proud.
People at Berkeley probably
you know what that is.
You told me when I went to see you guys perform, and everybody was saying, "Come on, Adrian, you've said enough already."
I sure did. But you know what? If you don't say it as much anymore, you know what that is? That's growth.
Yeah,
that's growth. I'm
proud
of
it.
Growth.
A while ago.
That means you don't.
I don't care.
Growth
happens. I don't care.
You know, here's the thing about me and celebrities. It's kind of boring. It's not as exciting as you think it would be. Like
I stopped going up to them.
All I know is that if I see Sean Penn, I'm gonna beat the ever loving fuck out of him.
That's a good point. That's a good reason. But no,
otherwise I'm just kind of casual.
So I went to New York recently for the
DC
the
Del Close, the last
marathon.
One.
Yeah, Del Close marathon, last one in New York, baby.
Yeah,
baby.
I got into it. And Jason Mantzoukas was there.
Oh shit!
Nick Kroll, Matt Walsh, all those big time.
All those guys.
All those big guys. And so Jason Mantzoukas, and I was sloshed. I was very drunk,
Of course.
And I saw Jason Mantzoukas, and I was like, how do I go up to him, kind of give him a compliment, and then kind of walk away, right?
You say, "Hey, Nong Man." Those are the fancy likes.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
It's a Comedy Bang Bang reference.
I didn't know that, and so when I went up, I just barely even touched him. I went, "Hey, Jason," and he's like, "Yeah," and I went, you know what you did. And then I walked in and I was like, you know. I just like shook my finger.
I know about those people you murdered.
I'm like,
You know what you did. And then he kills you later in a bathroom stall.
No, he just kind of goes, yeah.
But
I'm like, all right.
oddly enough, I do a stupid thing sort of like that, even when I'm stone sober. When I see celebrities, like I was at Comic-Con. I didn't have tickets because I was a fucking sailor up until like a week before, and like how
many
just
times
walking
has Jack mentioned that he was a sailor tonight?
Yeah, because
honestly,
it's relevant information. But like,
I'm just kidding, Jack.
I had just arrived in town. I was just I didn't have tickets into Comic-Con, so I was just walking around because that shit spills out into the streets, and I saw Scott Adsit on the streets. I'm assuming the two of you know who Scott Adsit is.
I know who Scott Adsit is.
Yeah, exactly.
He was on 30 Rock.
He was on 30
He was
Rock.
a writer.
Which one?
Balding.
He's an improviser. He was the dad on Moral Oral. If you guys haven't
I almost
seen
took a
Moral Oral.
workshop he offered in San Francisco.
Exactly.
It was $50, and I was like, no.
Because Scott Adsit is the shit. And so I just
Very good.
The thing is, like, whenever I see a celebrity, I'm just like, hey, Scott Adsit, and then I keep walking.
Oh, so that's what you did? You said, hey, Scott Adsit.
And then I just kept walking. And I do that with, like, even people who I sense are just celebrities to me and, like, a handful of other people. Like,
like small time
They
celebrities.
probably appreciate that more. Than
Yeah, when I was walking around in Comic-Con, like when I had tickets like 2 years ago, I was just like walking around and I saw Bruce Timm, legendary animation man, legendary Batman guy, Bruce Timm, that guy, Bruce Timm guy. And I he was just walking around the panel floor in like a less crowded area, like around Artist Alley. And I was walking by and I was like, hey, Bruce Timm. And then I kept walking. And he was like, hey. And then he kept walking. It's like, I don't think it's like
That's nice. It's casual. That's just like, hey.
But also,
I don't think it's necessarily the right way to talk to a celebrity, but I think it's less than like, oh my god, it's Bruce fucking Timm. It's like, hey, Bruce Timm.
When I ran up to Lorne Michaels, I hadn't slept for like 36 hours, so my brain was not
right.
His brain was fried. He didn't know.
Right,
what he was
because you had bought a plane ticket to New York without thinking about it while you were dead asleep.
I was gonna move to New York. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
ticket
plan.
at 2 a.m.
Are you still moving
That's
to
why you
Chicago?
bought a round trip ticket.
Yeah.
When are you still moving to Chicago?
When I graduate.
How many more years do you graduate?
I'm probably gonna be there in like August.
Oh, hey.
You're probably gonna be next August.
Yeah.
Or this? Yeah.
So like
next August.
this month to 1 week.
So like a year from
one
now.
whole year from now.
So are you gonna do IDJ?
Let's mark the date.
Yeah.
Let's mark the date.
Right.
Jack and I
We'll
have
talk
talked
after
about
we're done.
moving to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Milwaukee is good for.
It's cheap and progressive.
Yeah, Milwaukee is especially good for artists. Apparently, like you can rent like a two bedroom apartment with like 4 artists, and like even if none of you have like a minimum wage job, as long as you make like if you do like freelance work consistently.
How much money
then
do you have to
make
be
rent.
able to make?
What is the price for
Far less than Southern California, that's for sure.
Give me a ballpark.
I've no idea.
What's
like,
the rent like?
Like,
Yeah.
like
2 bedroom. What's the
like 500, 600.
Like
that is so
five-
good.
I just want you
500 for
to-
1 bedroom, 800
What?
for 2 bedroom.
Whoa!
I found some that
Holy
low.
shit!
right?
I'm
Milwaukee,
coming-
bro.
That's about how much
Milwaukee.
I pay right now to live in my
it's-
parents' house.
It's way cheaper than Chicago too. Like
I'm-
you
Joel,
can
let's-
commute to Chicago
Let's
while living in
dude,
Milwaukee.
all 4 of us. Let's
I'm-
move to Milwaukee and live together.
How far away is Milwaukee from Chicago?
It's like an hour to an hour and a half, I think.
Let's all fucking move to Milwaukee together.
I'm coming from Bay Area prices, so this
So,
to me
dude,
is
We
Yeah,
are,
let's
dude.
move to the Midwest,
all
dude.
4 of us
Holy
could rent a
shit.
2-bedroom apartment together, and we could just
Wow.
all live in Milwaukee.
I'm trying to live in a co-op in Chicago.
That's dumb. Don't do that.
I live in a co-op now. I love it. It's amazing.
Oh man, you can't rely on hippies. Just all live in Milwaukee.
Joel's
together.
been there.
I have been, and Jack's right. No, I'm just kidding.
right.
Co-ops are cool, but it seems also very, very tense.
No,
The
you
night-
were just at.
the night I came. What was it called? What were you guys having?
We
You guys had a
were
little
having
meeting.
council and we had an argument.
And it was very awkward. And I was just
Who
sitting
got voted out of tribal council?
there. Adrian, of course. No, never. No, nobody.
Did
got
did
voted
Jeff
out.
Probst extinguish your torch?
But I had to leave the island.
It was very, very awkward, and it didn't seem like very many people talk to each other. Like actually, it seems like everyone just goes there, sleeps, and wakes up, and will occasionally say hi to somebody else.
Well, I mean
And,
that sounds pretty cool. I just want to grow crops and like
they have
and
a lot
like-
of crops. They're very
and like raise bees.
no,
I
it's,
want-
I want to
want-
be in bad enough of a neighborhood that I could throw house shows.
I want crops and bees.
Joel went there on a night where we had council and we all knew we weren't looking forward to that.
Oh boy.
And
So boring.
yeah.
You chose the wrong night then, friend.
It was so boring. It was just like it was the
And
worst.
He was there for a couple hours.
But
so-
I genuinely just don't enjoy meetings at all, even at my job. Any meeting I have to go to where I have to
So
sit
then-
down.
Betwixt the four of us, we have a decent rapport, so let's just all move to Milwaukee and
I think
survive.
so.
Survive
Milwaukee
there.
is. Where?
It's okay.
Milwaukee. It's okay.
They got cheese there. They got cheese there.
What?
They got cheese. Yeah, lots of cheese.
I think you think everywhere has cheese.
It's not that far from Chicago.
Isn't that the cheese state or something?
that the cheese
Wisconsin?
No, that would be Vermont.
Really?
Yeah,
Isn't that where the cheese heads are
Wisconsin has the
from?
most amount of deer hunting.
Not the
for-
cheese heads. What's
for
that
state.
football team?
The Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
That would be Wisconsin. Yeah, so it's either Wisconsin
Never
or
mind
Vermont.
that.
Quick, Jack, name as many football teams as you can, full entitled with the state and everything like that.
All right, Green Bay Packers, San Diego Chargers.
Wrong.
Los Angeles
Chargers.
You already fucked up, Jack.
Los
Second
Angeles
one.
Chargers, may they rot in hell. Los Angeles Raiders, fuck them. Los Angeles.
Are they? No, they're still
Rams.
Oakland Raiders.
Right, they're
You mean
still
the
they're
LA
still-
Rams.
They're still Oakland. Oakland Raiders. LA Rams, may they also rot in hell while they play against
so
the
far,
Chargers.
You've gotten 2 teams wrong.
Fuck you.
And two
New
right.
York Jets.
New York
50%.
Jets. No, wait, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just
And,
second guess
also,
the right one.
and also New York Giants.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
They play in the same stadium in New Jersey.
Dallas Cowboys.
Jack,
Okay.
name 3 European soccer teams when you're done.
When I'm done, I'm
Yeah.
done with this bit, I move on to a second bit that you've
Yeah.
already
You
called
still
out.
haven't hit like.
Yeah.
Chelsea, Manchester United.
Fuck! Don't help me, you cock.
None of those. None of those.
All right. Which city in Florida is the Dolphins?
What is that?
kidding,
Oh, right.
I'm
yeah.
blanking.
It's the most popular city in Florida.
Meth Head City.
Wow. No.
Basalt City.
No. Wrong. Wrong.
There's a lot of Cubans.
My brother actually lives there right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
He enjoys
Atlanta
it.
Falcons.
There you go. All
You
right.
just skipped the Dolphins.
Oh, fuck the Dolphins. I'll circle back.
Most popular
Name
city.
one
in
more team, and
One
we will
more.
let you go.
Florida. And then you got to come over to my European.
You gotta
soccer.
go over to Adrian's. And one more team.
One more.
Cleveland
football.
Browns.
There you go.
All right, now 3 European soccer teams that are not Man U,
All right.
Chelsea,
Oh,
or Barcelona.
fuck you, Ian, for burning those bridges for me. Otherwise, I would have been set, and you fucked me. You
Three,
fucked
three,
me up the
three
butt.
sports teams.
Three
Soccer
three-
teams in
Oh,
Europe.
Oh, wait a minute. You said 3 sports teams.
I
Oh,
misspoke.
who am I kidding? It's pretty much just soccer.
3 soccer teams in Europe.
Shit. So no Manchester United.
No,
No MU.
no.
None of them are named after their cities or countries or
A
provinces.
couple are.
Yeah.
Most of them aren't.
Think about Germany or Spain.
Fuck you. You have forfeited your right to talk after burning all my obvious choices.
I'll tell you one. I'll help you out with one. This is the one I'm a fan of. America has a large nuclear.
Arsenal?
Yes.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Clever.
Whose team is named Arsenal?
Arsenal FC. That's my team.
From where?
That's
London.
his team.
I own the team. That is
Arsenal
my
won?
team.
Oh, I knew
own-
you were a secret billionaire. You
I own
cock.
Arsenal. Oh no, we're not doing so well. We're losing money.
You still own the team.
Yeah,
talking
not
about
for long
France,
though.
right?
Fucking
Not for
Dean
long.
Spanos.
I bought
is-
Moviepass after.
Fucking Dean
I
Never
Spanos
should have
is-
kept all my money in the banana stand.
I
Fucking Dean Spanos is still bleeding money out of his ass, even after he abandoned San Diego for LA.
Hey guys, I am still a fan of the Chargers. I'm just gonna say.
Fuck
it now.
you.
You guys can come at me. You guys can yell. At
I
me.
I will
know.
come at
Still
you.
a fan of the Chargers.
I will kill you.
No
in your
matter where
sleep.
the team moves.
I don't like football.
Chargers,
It's
yeah.
like
LA doesn't care about the Chargers. The only guy
done.
I know who kept with them lives in Bakersfield because
That's
it was
fine.
closer to him.
That's fine. I don't care.
football to me, it's like
Padres.
It's like-
only team I give a shit about that and the goals.
well, the Padres I love also, but
Yeah.
they disappoint.
Yeah, I went to
Well,
I
dude,
went to a game on
dude.
Monday.
I was living in Boston for over a month,
You're playing
and I was
footsie
walking
with me.
around on my day off in a Padres hat. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Boston is a city with people who have some strong opinions. And so when I walked around Boston with a Padres hat, I would just hear like, Padres suck. And I'd be like, don't I know it? And then keep walking. Because by God, they're a shitty team, but by fucking God, they're my shitty team.
Hey, that'll make it even greater when we win something.
Exactly.
It'll be like we waited a
I know
couple
exactly
years.
what I'm going to fucking do Game 7 of the World Series in San Diego in 2039.
But back to football. I think it's like 12 minutes of playing in between like 4 hours of referees talking and commercials.
I stayed on board for football for the Chargers because, again, like the Padres, they were my lovable losers.
And a large...
But then once they fucking abandoned me because the fucking city didn't shill out fucking one time, this city did not shill out for fucking Dean Spanos. They just left. So I'm like, you know what? You don't want me. I don't want you. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Fuck
we
you,
might get a
Chargers.
soccer team. They're probably going to lose a lot, though. I feel like any sports team we get here is...
I just want to start the sport that I invented. I want San Diego to be the hub for the sport that I invented.
What's the sport you invented?
It's quad ball, and it's basically a little bit of football, a little bit of soccer, and a little bit of hockey.
Sounds
but
fun.
like
hockey?
Yeah, but like instead of
it's
like
played on ice?
No, but it's very physical. But instead of like one field, like one end to the other.
You mean more like field hockey?
It's two fields mashed together in sort of like a plus sign configuration, and multiple teams just battle it out.
So you want wrestling on a
I think
field.
you're just thinking...
I want an intensely violent sport.
I think you're just thinking the last... Or that one scene of Anchorman where all the newscasters come together.
I have a full rule book drafted up. I just need like 12.
Wow.
I just need like 12 to 18 people to like test this thing. Wow. And it's hard to get the people together.
Oh, just find a bunch of guys who do...
Joel is here. I sadly leave Friday for Berkeley, but Joel is around.
Joel, do you want to like with like 16 other guys test quad ball with me?
Sure. Why the fuck not?
Fuck yeah. Ian, you want to be our ref?
Yeah, sure, but you need to come up with a liability waiver in case anybody dies.
This is true.
Oh wait,
somebody probably
Hold
will
on.
die.
Death is on the line.
Oh yeah, dude.
Joel,
never mess with a Sicilian when death
already.
is on the line.
Again, I would love to, but I leave Friday. But Joel, I'll live through Joel.
Dude, if we had a game on Thursday,
I love that you're offering me like
I leave Friday, so
obviously I'm the next
coward.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's one more day we can get a view here.
One day
my schedule's busy. I'm sorry.
What did you say?
My schedule's busy.
Your schedule's busy.
Your schedule's
so
busy.
My schedule's gonna be so busy hanging out in Gaslamp, waiting for people to pay for me to pay.
I'm not gonna wait around for people. I'm probably just gonna get high.
Attaboy.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Dude, I bought a wood pipe in Boston because it seemed like...
Dude, wood pipes are so goddamn cool.
I know, right? It seemed like the
Which one's a windpipe?
Oh, just a wood
Wood
pipe.
pipe.
A regular...
like Sherlock Holmes.
I thought you were saying windpipe. And
a standard... The one you wait for wind to blow into to blow the smoke into your lungs. No, but like I just bought like an authentic wood pipe because it like
nice.
You know, I knew people who
you have it?
who already had one. Yeah, I have it in my fucking room.
Ooh,
and like
could we see it?
Can
I fucking see it?
Yeah, of course. I'll wheel it out after
You
we're
have
done
weed
recording.
on it?
It seemed like the sailory thing to do. Like, you know, I had a bunch of friends who already had their wood pipes, and so I went to the smoke shop that they already went to, and like it has a huge fucking statue of like Edgar Allan Poe outside, which is
nice.
Oh, nice.
Edgar Allan Poe. Talk about a guy who writes short stories.
LJ Peretti's smoke shop is the place to go in Boston. By the way, like I found a pretty affordable pipe.
Did you fight anyone while you were in Boston?
I mean, I was drunk pretty much every night.
Oh, so you fit in?
Yeah, I fit in very well with Boston as a whole. And like our first mate on the main ship that we sailed from Nassau to Boston was from Boston.
Wait, when were you on a ship?
All the time, bro.
Were you on a ship?
I was born on a
sailor?
ship.
Wait, you were a sailor?
What? Since when?
Since I was
wait.
born.
So
like in the military?
Real question. Would you,
I live off of spinach.
would you do it again?
Hell yeah. Dude, it's not uncommon for this company to like call people up who have worked there before when they're like taking the ship from A to B. So like
How small is the ship again? Sorry.
The ship that
how about this? Just give me the max occupant.
Yeah. The ship that I started on was 125 feet bow to stern, and like.
Okay, that's not what I asked.
If it's
for the amount of people, the amount of people that are on.
It's different. It's different depending on where we are. In Boston, we're just taking people out for like 2 hours, and we can take like 130 people on the ship. Although we really don't want to.
Okay.
Because it sucks.
So what would you set
But
around for 2 hours?
then we're in Boston Harbor.
Okay.
Just like out around the harbor and the harbor islands, which are their own national park and shit.
Okay. What about the 5-day cruises that you take?
The 6-day cruises?
Sorry,
the 6-day cruises in the Bahamas, we can take like 18 to 24 people, not including crew.
Oh, so it's a very small.
Yeah, but those people are like staying there overnight, like for several nights. They're sleeping there. Where the 10-person crew is also sleeping there, so it's like 30 some odd people, and it's an 1,100-gallon water tank. And we're out there for 6 days, so we kind of have to like conserve shit. So
really,
yeah. So it's different depending on where we are.
Oh, so you guys don't have a pool and anything like that on the cruise ship?
Why would they want a pool?
Obviously,
we're surrounded by water
too, of course.
Well, I've been on those when I was younger. We went on those cruise ships. The fun.
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't work on a.
I know it's not Carnival Cruise.
Our ship could fit in their
but
pool,
I
Joe.
could have. I was just banking a guess that maybe you guys had a kind of a cool cruise
Depending
ship.
on how big it is, our ship could probably fit in the Carnival Cruises pool.
That's pretty awesome.
We couldn't move it anywhere, but like we could probably fit it in there.
Ian, how many times do you hear Jack talk about his boat a day?
Pretty often.
I want a number.
I want number 2.
I mean, I don't talk about it every day.
No, not every day. Every 2 days, I guess.
Some
when he first
memory.
came back, there were a lot more stories. So some of this is repeat for me.
Because it was all fresh. It was all new.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How long were you out there for again?
I was out there for 2 months and some change.
Wow.
2.5 months, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna
a while.
if they ask me back, I'll be heading out there again for probably a little over 3 months.
Would you do a year?
God no.
I was thinking about doing an Alaska trip, like next year or something like that.
Yeah.
Do during the summer when salmon.
Oh, that sounds great.
Oh, dude, yeah,
like 3 months.
If you can find a fucking windjammer cruise that will take you from anywhere on the West Coast to Alaska, just do that because that's the way to go.
Well, no, my sister's ex-boyfriend.
You still?
What? I can still talk to a person, right? I can still talk to a person.
Not against the law.
Not against the law. But he was telling me about the ship that he worked at on the boat where he was, he was fishing for salmon all the time, and he lived on pretty much a little island that everyone else lived on because they had different people coming and docking and stuff like that. So it was very, very cool, and so I was thinking about doing that next year for 3 months.
That sounds great.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
fuck yeah.
You should.
Get on any
it's a
kind
new
of ship and
experience.
just do it for a couple months.
I think
just
ships
to see what'll
they
happen.
sound cool. I feel like they
New experience.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a good
yeah.
experience.
Dude, get on my
Alaska
ship.
is
Get
one
on
of my
my ship. We'll go.
travel
We'll go south together.
If you can give me a job on your ship, I probably would take it.
I probably could. I'll give them your number. Or rather, I'll give you their number so that you can call them up.
Do they email people?
They fucking took me, dude.
They just took you?
You'll be fine.
No, I know it's not.
I had
I'm saying.
absolutely zero sailing experience, and they took me.
All
so
right. So did you learn a lot?
I learned a shit ton.
Could you run your own ship?
Not quite, but
Did you sail
depending on the size, I could probably run my own ship.
I would love to sail. Be able to. Did you ever sail it at one point? Sail it? Is that the term? Sail it?
I term for what exactly?
To sail it.
To
steer it.
To steer.
Oh,
yeah.
so you would just say steer.
I've
cool?
I've been at the helm. Yes.
You've been at the helm.
I've been at the helm, which is the fucking steering
Is there
wheel.
a poop deck?
We don't really use that term anymore. What we usually call it is the main deck,
The Uranus deck.
or the foredeck.
The Uranus deck. I like that.
Yeah, the foredeck.
Could I take a literal shit on that deck? Though? That's my question.
It would be frowned upon, and you'd probably be fired.
Damn.
But you could try.
What do you do if you're fired halfway through?
Do they just leave?
While the ship is on the open ocean.
Yeah.
You just do something so
I
bad
mean,
that you can't work while you're...
The
Yeah.
good news is, if you are hired to work a job in a foreign country like the Bahamas, if a company that is based in the U.S. fires you,
You have to wait.
they legally can't strand you there. So they have to
That's really good.
they have to either pay for your airfare or, like the ship, just let you ride back.
So
So,
take advantage
yeah,
of that
once you
while
get
that
once you get
law
back to
is
Boston.
still in
So
place.
Yeah.
I will wait until I reach
just
foreign waters to shit on on the poop deck.
Attaboy. Once we make it off the southernmost tip of Florida.
Can you like pick the date you get shipped back? Can you be like, can you buy my plane ticket for like?
If you're fired on the way there, they'll ship you out ASAP.
Gotcha.
So you get fired in the Bahamas.
If you get fired in the Bahamas, you will just be shipped out ASAP. So there's only like one full day. Like there's 2 days that we're actually at harbor, like Saturday and like some of Sunday. So it's basically that window that you're going to be either coming in or getting out via plane.
Wow, that's
so
intense.
you get a little free mini vacation.
Yeah, you get a little free mini vacation.
You really cram.
If let's be real, if I throw your name in the hat, you will take that shit seriously because that's my name on the line.
No, I would not plan on getting fired.
I will say, like,
but that bit is way too funny. The idea
that is a hilarious bit. But yeah, like if you come out with me to Boston, like right before we sail south, and then we do southbound, and then we just spend a couple weeks in the Bahamas, that would be the shit.
It would be awesome. It'd be damn.
Because I've done Bahamas, I've done Boston. We would just be doing the same thing in reverse order.
All right,
and you would get the drill pretty quick.
Give me their number, and this shall happen.
Fuck yeah! I'll let
their people will be contacting your people.
Yeah, if they call me, then I'll give you their number and email and whatever.
All right, cool. What time is it, by the way? Because
how long have we been recording?
9:51.
We've been recording for an hour and a half.
All right, perfect.
Including like the.
I actually have to leave soon because I gotta be back home around like 10:30. So
Joel is my ride.
I think time is right. Shit. Yeah. Is this where it ends, boys?
I mean, we can end it on like what's one last thing we want to talk about?
Yeah, let's talk about one more thing.
Let's see.
I should let you
Pressure's
know
on,
beforehand.
bitches.
I apologize for not letting you know.
Last
beforehand.
finisher the combo.
Finisher combo. Ian, you've come up with something.
All right, let's.
You've done a lot of these things.
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con did not go.
Did not go. Did not attend.
Kind of went.
That's a good end.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right.
Sorry to bother you was great.
Sorry to bother you was fucking fantastic.
I guess follow me on Twitter.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Can we plug
yourself?
Yeah, plug yourself.
Plug your Instagrams.
Plugs. The only thing I have to plug is my Twitter. At Adrian336, but it's Adrian with a Y.
So inventive.
So it's @Ryan pretty much 336. And I wish I had a project coming out soon.
Oh, there you go.
I said I wish I had a project.
Oh, you wish you had a project.
guess.
Oh, that's a bummer.
If you have one coming out soon, then just let us know and we'll plug it into
I wrote a full-length play I can email to you.
Cool.
I want to read it.
Great.
As do I, honestly.
I will send it to both of you.
Beautiful.
I'm very proud of it. So
it's very good from what I've...
There's no plot.
Cool.
But...
I'm into it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Nothing wrong with that.
I guess what I would be saying is what I would plug in is probably Canopy Club is a sketch group I have with my friend.
Very funny.
Friend Harrison. Canopi, not Y-I. Canopy and then Club. CLUB. It's on YouTube mainly.
Is that Suede?
Is that Suede?
That one was great.
That one was great.
There's some really funny videos.
Watch all these sketches.
We have some really good ones.
We have hot sketches.
We have some.
You can tell pretty soon.
You'll get the gist.
Look at the gist.
Yeah. Look at the ones with the most views.
And
look at the one with the most views.
Search Pip Spicely on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
I
remember Pip Spicely.
God damn it all.
Ian, what are your plugs?
Oh wait, I have one more. God.
And that's all the time you get, Joel. Ian,
myself, but I will gladly again.
And then I also feel the
improv
need to plug all the improv that I do. Follow National Comedy Theater. I guess I feel like they probably would hate me if I didn't. Not Your Third Grade Teacher, still going strong.
I'm gonna jump in again after Joel.
Jack used to be on the team, and so did Adrian. Well, I don't know if Jack is coming back. Jack, you coming back? All right. And then Adrian used to be on the team as well.
Yes.
A bread company now. A bread company.
Bread company?
It used to be back when like SCCU had their team.
Iota Pie.
Yeah, but now there's a bunch of alumni off, so they don't want to be a part of SCCU now. We're a bread company. And finally, I'm very happy about this show. I think everyone has a chance to see it. If you live in San Diego, if you see a show for Jackie
Oh
Great,
yeah.
great.
If you see Joe for
Highly
Jackie,
recommend.
it
highly
is
recommend.
one of my favorite
Yeah,
shows to
boy.
be in. Just look us up on Facebook, Jackie, an improvised karate movie.
Follow.
They are fantastic.
I guess I am on one improv team. Almost two, but I turned them down.
So then on one.
Yes,
On one.
so I am on one. Best Laid Plans Improv at BLP Improv. If you can't find us, Google Berkeley Best Laid Plans Improv, and then you'll find us.
If you can't find Berkeley, I don't know.
then you're lost. You're lost.
Not Berkeley in Boston, Berkeley in California.
Berkeley, in
Not the
California.
College of Music.
Yeah.
The University
good
of
college, sorry.
California.
All right. So everybody's plugged themselves.
I think so.
Oh, and
I make music.
Han
my,
Solo.
My solo project is
Oh.
Cheap Windows.
Oh, yeah.
Han Solo. How could we
have
forget? How could
sorry,
we forget?
have so much to plug. You gave us an
You
opportunity.
busy bitches.
You didn't know what you were getting into.
No, I knew.
We can say
I
in
knew.
three.
Just Ian didn't.
3, 2, 1.
Han Solo Improv.
Improv. I didn't know we added the improv part. That's a duo of ours that we
Yes.
haven't
Occasionally
done
we
in
perform.
years.
Nah.
But it will happen.
It will happen again
Catch
in
us at
November.
IDJ.
We will hopefully open for IDJ, which is usually what we do now.
Anyways, continue though. Ian plays music. He's very
Yes,
good at it.
I need to make this plug. I am Cheap Windows. It is my solo music project. I'm coming out with a Cheap Windows self-titled album on August 24th. I think it's going to be a good one. I'm making CDs and tapes. I was just played on the radio in Canada tonight.
And that
Hell
is
yeah, boy.
Cheap Windows by Cheap Windows.
Cheap Windows by Cheap Windows.
You can't fuck
For
that
all
up.
Album cover photo taken in IKEA at the Windows display.
For all you smooth operators out there. All right. So to close out the episode, now that everybody's gotten their plugs out of the way, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but recently I worked on a boat.
All right.
So
All right, I think that's
why don't we close this out? Why don't we close
And
this?
Jack has a comic called Solar that he
Oh,
works on every
right.
week.
Solar.
I don't plug myself. Let's just close this out with a
All right,
brief.
let's plug
That's why I
Jack
plug
then.
you for you.
Yeah, thank you. I love you. Let's just close this out with a brief shanty, shall we?
Shanty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll all pick up on it. I'll just
Okay.
I'll
All
just
right,
do the
go
first
for it.
couple
Go
lines.
for it, yeah.
You'll figure it out.
All right.
Okay.
Safe and sound at home again. Let the waters roar, Jack. Safe and sound at home again. Let the waters roar, Jack.
You've all heard me do
Long we've
accents.
tossed on the rolling main. Now we're safe ashore, Jack.
Jack.
Don't forget your old shipmate. Folly, rolly, 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 rido.
Don't forget your. Oh.
You'll get it on the second time
All
around.
right.
We have worked the
bottles of beer
self-game
on the
gun.
wall. It's lit.
99 bottles of beer.
Watermelon,
We
watermelon.
have worked. You cocks.
That was fun.
99 bottles of beer on the wall.
Watermelon, watermelon.
We have worked the self-same gun, quarter deck division,
Yeah.
sponger, rye, and loader you.
Melon,
Through the whole
Watermelon,
commission.
watermelon,
Long we've tossed on the rolling main. Now we're safe ashore, Jack.
Watermelon.
Don't forget your old shipmate. Folly, rolly, rolly, rolly,
Watermelon. I think I was offbeat for most of
Well, I'll do one more verse.
Oh.
You guys have you guys have one more chance to earn your keep.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Go.
Many times have we laid out, toil nor
Yeah,
danger,
yeah.
fearing,
Back in
and
black. Going back in black.
to the weather hearing. Long we've tossed on the rolling main.
I'm gonna give
now
up.
we're safe ashore, Jack.
In the times they were
Don't forget your old shipmate. Folly, rolly, rolly, rolly,
rolly,
ride.
I just want to make sure
You guys did not even
everyone.
try.
I just
Fuck
want to make
you.
sure that everyone understands that that was actually what they played at the beginning of Boondock Saints.
I'm pretty sure it was. That sounds about right.
So yeah, thanks Jack for that one.
Thank you. Thank you so
are-
much
I
for having
appreciate
us.
You're most welcome, you
chances to
cocks.
be on your guys'
Thanks for coming on.
podcast.
Thank you
Yes,
so much for
thank
having us.
Come back on
Ian,
anytime.
Jack, of course
Yes.
we will, or
Love
I will
having
at
you.
least.
Thanks for having us on your
it's-
podcast,
Oh,
Joel and Adrian.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. This has been Han Solo and
Han
the
Solo Improv.
podcast.
Please pick up and take the gear as you leave.
We're taking this $100 gear with us.
I'm gonna take just this fork that I use.
I'm gonna
for
take
hot
the
pepper.
mic.
You're welcome
is
for the
true.
stuffed peppers, by the way.
Delicious. All right, guys.
Delicious stuffed peppers, yes.
All right.
This has been
Thank you.
Oh Well You Bastards, episode 14.
I think this is 15.
Oh,
No.
uh-oh.
We're not episode 15.
I was promised 15.
I was promised we were an odd
go to
number.
15.
I wanted to be divisible by 5.
Fight!